I knew what anime was. I just knew it was a cool cartoon that wasn't like the Gummy Bears or whatever was, you know, on Saturday morning. But I was like, oh, this is, yes, the Smurfs. I'm like, wow, something that's kind of more adult and, you know, planets blow up. But I used to love like Star Blazers and Voltron, of course. That always gets a big shout out. And then for many years, I didn't watch much because I just kind of fell out of it. And the anime that got me back into watching anime as I got older was, of course, Cowboy Bebop. Appropriate response, and that's one of those amazing collaborations. Which not only is it one of the best anime I've ever seen, or the best anything I've ever seen, but it's also one of the best dubs. And I think everyone agrees in our industry that that's one of the dubs that kind of legitimized this sort of modern age of dubbing. And so that was a big thing for me. And the actual show that got me into the industry was Samurai 7. That was my very first role. I got tricked into playing Rikichi, and now here I am. So those are my big three.
When I was younger, same story. I didn't know why that cartoon looked different, but it was, and I liked it better. I watched Battle of the Planets, like Gatchaman, and Star Blazers, and I went through a long period of not watching a whole lot, but then I saw Vampire Hunter D subtitled in the Art House movie theater. Like, oh, I forgot how awesome this is. And then my first, I guess like an inspiration would be like a lot of the Disney films. I love the acting and the singing in the old Disney films. My first voice acting job was a Dragon Ball movie, and I played Lucifer. Typecasting.
Well, I have to say, yeah, Vampire Hunter D was the first part of it, and yeah. And I remember what struck me as odd was the women do a lot of thinking in the shower in that movie. and I guess the first voiceover anime for me was Peach Girl, actually, like a little bit Peach Girl. But if you blink, if your ears blink, you're gonna miss it. And but I think the very first voiceover job I had was being an Indian guy for this like computer company. The comment was like, "Hello, welcome to calling COVID," like that. And that was my very first voiceover job. And then I was like, "Wow, doing great, Todd."
Yeah. That was your first racist voiceover job.
That was my first racist voiceover.
And now you're
job.
in Italia.
Now, yeah. Next, I'll be portraying Mel Gibson on.
Wow, what am I supposed to say? Yeah, that Mel. Yeah, I mean, growing up, it's a very similar story. I didn't know they were from Japan, but I thought they were double cool. Stuff like Star Blazers, Robotech, obviously, stuff like G-Force Battle of the Planets, all that stuff I thought was awesome. But also I liked, I liked Tom and Jerry a lot growing up. And then later the Animaniacs, which is great too. And yeah, not necessarily Asian, but and then also, do you remember The Secret of Nim?
Yes.
So that all contributed to my love.
Based on Mrs. Frisbee and the Reds of Nim.
See, Mike remembers. So yeah, those are some of my influences. Growing up, Wendy.
I can tell which one your first one was. Your first anime that you did.
Oh, the first anime I did, well, Dragon Ball Z. Yeah.
There you go.
The gateway drug for so many.
I liked G-Force too, but I was dumb. I thought the Wonder Twins was anime. It's not. I know now. But I really thought it was, because it looked kind of funky to me too. I did.
Which are part of the Super Friends.
What'd you say, honey?
They're part of the Super Friends.
They are, right. But I watched Speed Racer and G-Force and all that stuff too. I didn't know it was anime either, but I enjoyed it and I liked that it was different as well. I watched it with my little brother who's 5 years younger than me, so I was kind of forced to watch it, I'll be honest with you, but I got into it after a while. And I started with a show called Blue Gender. So, wow, thanks. That was the first one.
And I forgot, because you mentioned The Secret of Nim, one that I saw when I was, you've probably seen this case, I saw it when I was way too young to actually supposed to have watched it. I saw Watership Down.
Oh yeah!
That scared the hell out of me when I was a baby.
They're bloody! No, Harudu, don't hit him. Yeah.
Whose turn to fix it? Is it mine? I'll pick a question then. Let's see. No, because I picked the stick. So it's Todd's turn.
Stick picker. Stick picker.
Okay, the animal that's being abused.
It looks like a koala bear.
Some people call that love, Todd.
A Rio.
Ryoki.
Rio.
Yeah.
See what? No.
Wow. I have.
Response. Play dogs? Plague. Like the, okay, plague dogs. I will find it.
Not Play-Doh, like.
Yeah, it's very. It's not any more uplifting than Watership Down. It's not like, oh, whew, I needed that after Watership Down. No.
Five.
Yeah.
I love sad. I will watch it.
It's a little sad.
Is that Django Fett?
It's like Requiem for a Dream cartoon.
Yeah, like the last
Nice.
2 minutes, you're like in the corner going,
Yeah, look at that.
It's my backup.
I'll look for it.
Casey, you choose.
Okay, now let's see. I'm gonna pick you.
Okay, actually, I got a request for Chris, but my question for the panel is, when y'all started voice acting and auditioning for roles, were there any auditions y'all did that y'all just knew that y'all nailed?
we failed?
No.
I think that
That's how your brain works, though, doesn't it?
No.
I don't know, like, I always go into it where, like, I just do my best, and if they don't like it, that's fine.
I'd say the only audition that I knew that I nailed was my own auditions in my room playing as a little boy reciting Indiana Jones in my room. It's like, can you, like, the door's shut and my mom's listening, he's just like, oh, Todd, thank you for joining us today. Oh, thanks for having me. You're gonna audition for Dr. Jones. Ooh, that's really exciting. And my mom's just like, never gonna have a girlfriend.
Psychiatrist.
Every audition I ever thought I nailed, I never got. So I stopped thinking I nailed stuff because clearly I'm like, man, I nailed that one, and then I didn't get anything. I'm like, clearly my nailing perceptions are wrong. Clearly, whatever I think I did good, I didn't do well. So
Well, that's actually part of the audition process, which is part of the learning process of being an actor, is that you go in, you audition, you do your best, and then you completely forget about it, you never think about it again, and you do not follow up on it. And if you cast, then it's the nice icing on the cake. But you can't go, oh, it's been a week, man, I haven't heard anything, I wonder if I got it. And then, you know, whatever else. That's like a horrible place to be inside your mind. So you just go in, do your best, and let it go.
Yeah, I can't deal with the anxiety. So every time I go into audition, I'm like, we just have to get through this next 10 minutes, and then every time I'm called back, which is not what's like. I think the ratio is like 1 in 100 auditions you get a call back, and every time. Well, in my case, it's about 1 in 100. But yeah, every time I get called back, I'd kind of I force myself to forget about it. So when I get a call back, I'm like, really? Wow, it must have been a really bad turnout for that audition. Sure, I'll show up. Yay! And then the real nervousness begins. I'm like, oh God, they thought I was good.
Yeah, then there's the, what did they like?
Now the pressure. Yeah.
Now I gotta do that.
Am I going to be able to live up
better.
to whatever I accidentally did in the audition that got me noticed? So yeah, it's crazy. I really did think you said fail, and then I had some stories, but no. Never mind.
What about you guys?
And you try to do you try to always, as an actor, keep auditioning and keep moving and because as an actor, the act of auditioning itself is something that you need to really hone and get better at. So you try to do as many auditions as you can. So, in the course of a week, if you do 2 or 3 or 4, or however many, then it's kind of easier to think about other things and focus on other goals and not dwell on that one period that lasted maybe 15 minutes that you're gonna drive yourself nuts for if you don't get. So you just try to live your life, keep going, keep auditioning, and then if you get one, then it is icing on the cake, as you said before. So, was there a second part you said?
You do the voice of what? You do the voice of the lines where you said gas can now.
Can I eat him now?
Okay. Yes.
Can I eat him now? You can have whatever you'd like.
Wendella, can I ask an audition question of you and then we can all answer?
No. Yeah,
Please. What do you have like an audition horror story? Or an audition awesome
No,
story?
Todd, I do not.
I know you do.
I do not.
I know you do.
I have to pee now.
Can I tell it? Okay, so here's the deal.
Stop picking the scab, Todd.
Here you go. I got the Wendella wave.
Yeah. She's coming back, everybody.
Yay!